again Sairavat. Welcome to Everything About HR channel. And this is our third video. So today we are going to discuss the talent management process workflow with you. This process flow will give you the holistic idea how HR function does work in an organization, and I will at the same time add some of the organization process, best practices, and the leading practices. You can refer and correlate. Please do comment if you have the same process or if you have some better process, and it will good to know about your organization process also. So friend, the basic concept of HR is when you will have to fill any position, then there is a job role. Job role basically mix of the task, duties and responsibilities. You can call it job description. What kind of competency, knowledge, skills and abilities are required to perform those areas, so that called the job specifications. In a layman language, whenever we are saying please share the JD, so this is the combination of both and it becomes the job description. Personification of job description is called the position. Position is basically the hierarchy under the organization structure where some individual has to perform certain task, duties and responsibilities. It is a part of employee life cycle, you can say. So if you have some open position, or if your organization is a new, or if your organization is doing some expansion work, then you will have to bring some people to perform and to work on that specific position. So it starts with the basically to create the requisition or to initiate the approval. Some company says that what is the budgeted manpower. Some organization says that I need the approval to hire to fulfill this position. So post the requisition approval, the recruitment team, and specifically we can call the job role name is the recruiter. Sometimes we call it talent acquisition group. Sometimes we say the recruiter, interviewer from the HR. So they basically started working on the approved manpower headcount or budgeted position, or you can say the approved requisition. Once this requisition is got approved, friends, so then the recruiter will publish the job. Publishing means they will notify organization has some internal mobility, so that the internal employee can apply to that respective opening. Sometimes they are publishing to the external company site, different job portals. Sometimes they are posting through their HRMS system, and it is integrated with a job portal to the external site, so that they can attract and retain the external talent also. There is another way also, friends, like the panel consultant. They are hiring, basically helping the organizations to fulfill their open demands. They are charging something, and those can also be integrated with the HRMS system, and some of the recruiter have those kind of embedded agencies or the consultant. They have their own applicant tracking system also. So post the applications, candidate will come to know, they will start applying to that open position, and the first task of recruiter started here, that is the screening of resume. During this process, recruiter basically matches the candidate resume and the profile to the open position, whether all the skills are matching to the job descriptions, whether the candidate possesses the same knowledge, skills, ability, years of experience. Based on that shortlisted profile, they are sharing for the another round, and it is the recommended practice in almost all large and best organizations. There is the another round, that is the hiring manager or the reporting manager of that position. They are basically doing the shortlisting of the profiles which has been shared by the HR. After the further shortlisting, they will say that yes, I need these people. Then recruiter will conduct the and organize the interview. In the global world, friends, there are various modes of interview also: telephonic interview, video interview, web interview, in-person interview also. Another aspect is I will discuss later on, that is campus placement also. We can discuss in the later video also, but that can also do. So the positions can be the different type of friend on which the interview will start. Like it can be the temporary position, it required the concurrent employment for a limited period, it may require some secondment for a limited period, some internal employee can go on the deputation also and the secondment also. Sometimes it may be the contractual positions, sometimes it may be the trainee positions, apprentice related, so and so forth. So whatever is the employment class and type, the interview will start. And interview can also further describe in multiple: functional interview, technical interview, practical interview. Practical interview happens when some real-time work need to be performed. Specifically, if I take the instance, there is a trade test in the hospitality hotel industry, in which the F&B production people, they used to prepare the dishes, and they are sharing the recipe, all kind of, and then the F&B service people, they are serving on a real-time kind of environment those prepared dishes by the trade test candidates. So after having the interview, and friends, the interview can also be designed into the competency base, skill base, some different functional questions can be involved. The main purpose of having the interview is whether that applicant will justify or will work on that positions and can work as per the organization expectations. So post the interviews, there will be the final selection will happen of the candidates. Here recruitment team does the very critical work, that is to release the offer, and it is the another essential step in which it is also a leading practice. Many companies, they are doing the internal fitment, internal pay parity also, whether whatever salary they are offering, those are basically as per the internal benchmarking or the external benchmarking, whether those offered salary will be as per the budgeted positions. If there is a deviation required, the candidate is so good, or the need of to fulfill that position is so high, then sometime some higher salary is also being offered as a deviation. So there are some exceptional approval might required as per organization to organization. Once the offer is prepared, then it will release to the candidate. Then candidate has to accept or reject the offer. There is a negotiation can happen, and recruiter can play the smart role to get the acceptance. And acceptance can be sought through verbal approval, letter of intent, to release the offer letter, over the email, issue the physical offer letter. These are the different modes. I'm sure you or your organization might be using all of them or many of the said processes. Then once this acceptance has happened, now it's turn to the start the another sub process of visa, that is called onboarding. Generally it is termed as only the paperwork, joining formalities to create the employee record and employee file, but it's beyond that. It is the right moment when you can collaborate with the candidate to involve various other teams who are involved in new hiring process, like issuance of ID card. If some company has the uniform, to issue the uniform. If some company has some other, to arrange the assets like laptop, workstation, some other tools, whatever is the required as per that zone. Then the key involvement of learning and development team started here. This is the another step where to cater the specific training in two part. One is the organization specific training for the new hires, another one is the job specific trainings. And we can start, issuing the those trainings which are engage the candidate to share the best practices of the organizations, so that we can, engage and retain the new hire. These 30, 60 and 90 days are very much critical for the new hires. There are many companies, they are creating some surveys, some feedback also, and they are working basis on those, surveys and feedback, so that, they can iron out or mitigate the concern or the feedback provided by the new joiners. It is very good, practice, and many organizations have started following from decades. Once the, employee has completed the onboarding formalities, all the mandatory starting, necessary training has been completed, then the, joining process is completed. Some companies, there are very few companies which are still on paper, but maximum companies, they are on some of the HRMS system, and they are, key in the data entry of the new joiners in their HRMS system for the leave and attendance tracking, for the payroll process. And some company who has full-fledged HRMS system or advanced AI based tool, they are using AI in recruitment also, in onboarding also, and various surveys and feedbacks and learning and development also. So after this joining, the another important milestone started for employee and between the reporting manager and the HR business partner. That is to set the goals. Some company has the, process to cascade the goal from top to bottom, wherein, employee has to have some meetings and agreement and discussion with the reporting managers, and post the agreement, the employee started working, and there is a time of evaluation. Some company have the half yearly evaluation, some company have the quarterly evaluation, some company have the annual, performance evaluation. Some company have the annual evaluation of the performance, but at the same time they have the cycle or period based the continuous feedback. Goals are the same, but on a periodic basis, the reporting manager, the skip managers, HOD, as per the, organization, hierarchy, they have been keep sharing the feedback to their reporting hierarchy. Once the assessment cycle, performance cycle is being concluded, then it has 3-4 subtasks. One is like there are underperformer people, and here learning and development and HR partner has a new task, that is to design and develop the performance improvement plan. Some companies, they are using performance improvement plan for the soft offboarding, but some companies, they are generally using to improve the performance of the underperformer. And there are various, evidence in my tenure also. I, in my personal, work capacity, I have, move out many people from the PIP, and they have been, performing very well today also in the same company. Then the another, training need identification is the good, area where we have the star performer, young growing talent. We can identify the high potential. Sorry. And that high potential, talent, we can design the career development plan so that we can keep and engage them, and there should be some promotion, some learning and development, some academic programs, some post, professional accreditations programs. Through that, we can retain young and growing talent, specifically the junior to mid level and top mid level. And another TNI need is for the critical and key talent, specifically the apex and the senior management. That is called the succession planning. We can identify the potential, successor of the retiring people or the critical positions, so that the internal talent can be retained, and it is a very healthy and best practices recommended by various HR stalwarts and HR experts and consulting companies also to have a good succession planning. Other than this PIP, CDP, succession planning, the another important part is the compensation management. Friends, compensation can be distributed in two parts. One is the annual salary, CTC. Another one is the total reward. Total reward is the monetary and the non-monetary benefits. So, as a outcome, it is the time to reward their employees, to do the internal parity, salary corrections, give the fair increment, give the timely increment and promotions, do the job advancement, and do the cross-functional trainings also. And during this compensation cycle, the external benchmarking, industry benchmarking can also be done and planned. Accordingly, employee can be rewarded with the remuneration changes. And other life cycle event also can be performed, such as transfer, deputation, internal movement, and secondment. Some disciplinary actions can be performed as per the applicable labor laws, country to country. The entire crux of friends of this talent management cycle depend on the jobs which I discussed with the task, duties, and responsibilities. It is very much critical and essential for the organization and the HR department. The more structure you have the job code, job families, job roles, as per the organization different functions, then it's very easy to align the employees with the organization mission, vision, goals, and objective. It is very easy to do the assessment during the interview stage, during the probation stage, during the various other career advancement time and tenure, and as I just said, during the performance evaluation also, and to identify the different training needs. So this is what from my side for the talent management process flow. I hope this video will be the informative for you. You will make out certainly some insights. I would like to know from you in the comment box, what are the new trends has started other than the technical advancement through AI and other process. So what are the new process, new intervention has started during this talent management process flow? Please share your thought in comments. If you want to give some suggestions to improve my videos, I will happy to own that thing, because I'm not a full-time YouTuber. As a hobby, I'm just sharing my videos, my learning journey with you all. Thank you so much. I would request everyone to keep subscribe, keep watch my YouTube learning videos with respect to HR. Thank you so much. Take care. God bless you.